All right, hello, hello. So I want to go back to the actual gear that I have in my stash. That is like right here, because yeah, it obviously feels a lot more comfortable. But I thought that before I do that, I should dip my toe with it into doing catalyzing. And I the only reason that I have to is that just getting two by themselves is like already around the same price or same cost. Then it would be, the entirety of the gear. Yeah, there's like 233C one, like two of them is already around around the cost of everything, like the entire gear, flasks, items, graft here, the jewels in the tree, everything. It's just like the cost of everything is the same. So I'm gonna run the two and then see what's going on. So obviously the downside is that, first of all, the downside is the same that we have with the grievous thingy, that we cannot actually choose what we get. But the other one is that this time I won't be able to bail so easily because I have the catalyzing riding on it. So I can't really gamble as much, for like no, I'm actually like I'm definitely like looking at this, incorrectly, right? Because like let's say I get like a divine or two there, then if I get a bad mod, then I should just bail and not trying to be cute. So I think I actually
Is
kind
your
of have it
ego
backwards.
bruised?
So we start with
An
unstoppable
unstoppable
monster,
tide.
but yeah, kind of have to be like a lot more intentional with what we accept on the side. So actually, like I said, I was wrong because it's not actually different on bailing. Like obviously, I would only bail with the other one. Uh, if it actually makes sense, but the cost is like for example,
Your
let's say I get
utterance
30C
constrict.
or something that's like equivalent to 30C in the other one. And then because my entry cost is like 3C, then I guess I can bail out on it. But I guess I should still bail on the same things. Yeah, I know. I
Blood
kind of
is
put
the
it
source of
way more
life
confusing than it should be.
and death.
But yeah, it's just the conditions for bailing out are actually the same. Like it's the same mod that is taking me out. So and yeah, I guess with this one I should. I don't know. Does this mod only come out when it's a protect the altar, right? Yeah, the blood altar can only come if it's protect the altar. So like if I stand there,
The
then I'm gonna
whole
be
adapts.
getting the dot. But if I don't stand there, then they can run the altar easily. I don't know, but I don't like how much we're getting so far out of it. There's nothing useful here. Like these are a nightmare, especially for this one running around. And then they just escape. But thankfully, at least they are not going that hard on the altar. Also, look at this. This is also doing life regen here. I'm not really doing any damage if I don't have anything left next to it that I can spread over. So yeah, it's pretty miserable, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
The paper warrior
And now they overwhelm on
wields
physical
armor out of
reduction. Very
reeds.
fun. Ah, these running around little cogworks are not fun. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty miserable. This is pretty miserable. Like, I'm actually, like, kind of baiting the mobs outside of the circle. And, like, they are the ones that kind of help me do damage. They are not, like, attacking me properly. They are just running around, being annoying. And they are also attacking the altar, so... Yeah. Oh, man. This sucks. I am auto-attacking it down. Yeah. Well, you know. Okay, I have to run in there. I have to run into the dot. Ooh, a divine orb.
Relentless assault.
You know, maybe it doubles, and then I actually come out ahead, and then I can bail on it, because oh, the altar is dying as well. Oh no, this is not looking good. I guess I feel like I definitely have to sit in the dot, no matter what. Otherwise, they just take down the altar. Oh, the life going down. Okay, I'm checking. Oh, it didn't double. Ugh. Like, what if the altar dies? Oh, this is rough.
Be
Let's
torn
go.
to shreds.
Hope for the best, I suppose. At least the altar is healing back a little bit, and as I say that, it starts going down. That's unlucky. Alright, next wave. Looking for something good. That's worth hanging. Okay, I might have to bail. Like, look at the HP. Comes binding. Like, look at the altar's HP. So far, I have that one divine and nothing else really. And that one would also have drought, so I wouldn't even be able to run it actually with this one.
Death's cold.
Whatever, I mean, I lose a divine, that's fine. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna sit here and say that, oh, you can just do everything easily with it, cause yeah. At any moment I'm worrying that, you know, I might just get hit by something and then somehow just die. Or it's the altar that's gonna die, maybe. Yeah, it's... Look at that HP. The Woven King's Bite. Okay, I actually gonna have to see if that's anything useful. Okay, sorry, I'm getting out of here. I can't. I'm getting out of here. I'll just take I'll just take the L and move on. It's not fun to do, and definitely not fun to watch. I guess this is like the combination of the altar. I guess the altar protecting is kind of fine if it's like a different kind of mobs. Because it feels like it's not always these running around sort of, pillars or pylons or whatever you want to call them, standing around. Sometimes it's regular mobs or mobs that die easier. So yeah, that one was a loss, and hopefully the next one is gonna feel a bit better. And then I think I'm gonna peace out because there isn't really more point. I did the grueling, or I'm doing the grueling, and just throwing in the catalyst is not changing the actual mobs that you get, like the difficulty of the mobs, as far as I know. And then it's also another question that like I'm getting these one divines here and there, over here, but running them is actually kind of different because a
Make
bunch of them have
rounds.
like drought and something.
Chaos is
Okay,
watching
Breath
with
Dome
anticipation.
would be
The
fun.
bane of mystics and
But yeah, like I
souls.
said, well, this one has. I guess this one doesn't have drought, but the other one here has it, for example. Curse King.
No
Sure.
defense will be enough.
But yeah, see, like this one is survival, so, obviously a lot easier. But all I have to do is just survive.
The sun is setting on your success.
So yeah. Definitely has its limitations.
Relentless assault.
Oh, but I'm getting a lot of 70% here, so like technically I could vendor them up and then maybe I get something good. Blessed Orb.
To shreds.
Not quite. But like the 70% can be 4 divines if I'm lucky with the exchange. 5 to 1. But usually not, usually not. Oh, my life. Oh, look at my life going down. Uh-oh.
Lightning gives little
Uh-oh.
warning.
Look at that. But it's the petrifying blood doing the work there. It's like I'm not actually losing it, it's just would be losing it in the next seconds. Evolving King's Bite.
Blood is the source of life. And
Definitely
death.
nice, just for like the 70% life there. Ow, 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 ow. The HP is. Oh, okay. Okay. Now
The
suddenly I
wind
have to be very
conspires
careful.
with the flames.
I say that I have to be very careful, but it's not like I can actually do anything. If something happens here. Like look at my life, look, life going down. Okay, and okay, it didn't double. I don't care. We're bailing. We are getting out. We are getting out. I don't care. We're getting out. Okay, so 70% there and 70 there, 70 there, and the 8 divine orbs. Very nice, very nice. Now it's entirely different to see if I would actually be able to run it. Probably not. Lots of monster life. Probably has some ugly mods as well. Honestly though, like the mods are not even that bad, but like the monster life and yeah. I It's like, you know, could be bad, but not that bad. Defeat waves of enemies. Anyways, okay, you know what? So like if you're in this position, and I think that's like what I'm gonna wrap it up with. And then I'm just gonna put back the tattoos and put back the gear and swap back to the actual version of it. Although I guess I have the mage blood going back and forth between two characters. But yeah. So I think if you're in this position, right, and then you just have this character, you probably wouldn't risk going and doing the 8 here. You would go and sell it for 7. Right, if you go from the perspective of having a gear that's like worth like 3 divines, like an entire everything is like 3 divines or so. Then you sell it for 7, and then you're already way over recouping your gear cost anyway. But there's also, you know, the value of your time and such that you also have to keep in mind. Especially if you look at it like you would be able to get certain amount of currency instead. See, I'm just trying to grab a random 70 here.
Greetings.
So we can see if we get lucky. Boom. 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 A chilling wind. What even is that? Okay, that's we'll see. All right. So I think this was the run. This was the run with the cheap gear. It was fun. But yeah. Next time, or I guess tomorrow, I'm probably gonna take a look back at my relic character. The other one, because that's the one that I was, you know, spending currency on recently. So yeah, gonna take a look at that. But I'm still missing Progenesis, for example. But yeah, otherwise this is gonna be probably the next one. And then soon, very soon, we have the FT season launch on Wednesday. That's like a few days away. And this time I was intentionally not touching and not looking at. Let's just close this. I was not touching that and not looking at the PB. I didn't look at compositions. I didn't look at what was happening, because I wanna see how it feels when I go with, you know, fresh eyes, or I guess with 0 games into the launch. And so I don't have any, you know, okay, I wouldn't say I don't know anything. I know a little bit. That was like the promo in that stream, like quite a bit ago with the World Championship, or even before that. I don't even remember when it was. Anyway, so it's gonna be, and I'm getting a little bit, I wouldn't say over it, but I feel like we're getting to a point where I've done what I wanted to do this season in PoE. For like a very, very split second, I was considering a little bit that maybe there's, you know, the herald stacking thingy that, you know, you could or I could do, and, you know, that could be or can be, you know, elementalist, which is kind of neat because I already have the other character, and I could just, you know, respect the ascendancy, because I probably wouldn't level a new character and then do that. But then, you know, that is the situation when you have a build, and then you slowly, you know, acquire your gear and you craft it and whatnot. So like you have the things for that, but then when you have to swap or you want to swap to a different build, then you're selling everything, and everything is selling for a lot cheaper than you would that you actually acquired it for, or actually made it for. I don't know, not everything, but quite a few things. And then you do the swap, and then you kind of run out at some point. Or like, for example, it's different when you work your way up as you start, and then as you league start, and then like everything is kind of going along at like a similar pace, like all your different aspects of your gear. But then when you're going into it, if it's like it's as a second or a third character or a respec, and then you have like a certain amount of currency and gear and whatnot, it feels different, because then you look at the gear pieces and I think, oh, I can afford this one that has like a better roll, or it has a nice corruption, or that kind of stuff, or it has a better base. Like, you don't want to buy one that has like a weaker base, but same mods, weaker base, so it gives like less energy shield, for example. In some cases, that can be obviously quite relevant and significant, and obviously in the end you want the high base for the most part. You're just purely going for the energy shield mainly, but I guess even for armor and evasion, you want the best base possible. And there's synth bases and all kinds of variables that you can spend a lot of money on. So you run into it and then you think to yourself, oh, I have this amount of money, and then I should be able to do it. But then you kind of misspend on some pieces, but or there is some sort of unforeseen movement in the prices of certain gears, and then like you could maybe overspend on something that's like reasonable at a certain price, but then it goes up because everyone's using it, and then it turns out, if you think about it deeper, then that piece might not be as important, or it might not be worth the value, or not value, it might not be worth the currency that they are asking for it. So yeah, those kinds of things. But I'm sure with better planning you can solve those issues. But yeah, but then I thought about what it can do, and then I'm thinking, okay, I had the relic, and honestly, it's great, but I've been doing it a lot, and I feel like I've had, I wouldn't say enough necessarily, but yeah, I kind of wanna, next league, probably not this league, but I kind of wanna look for something that is just like really, really all around, just good for everything, and like, but then not in the way of necessarily being an all rounder due to certain their mechanics or minions or whatnot, but rather by currency. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that maybe go for something that has like a higher ceiling with currency, and then I guess you can go for like multiple mirrors into it. But I also do know that in some people's eyes, even that is just not good enough. I'm remembering the time where I was actually running a relatively expensive, or at least for my by my standards, expensive. That was like, and I know that for other people, when every piece of your gear is basically mirrored gear, then obviously a build that is like over a mirror is cheap or expensive, or not. So like cheap or budget or whatever. So like it's all relative. But I remember I was very baffled that I got flamed by someone, I guess, that why am I running a budget build into like 1 month into the event or into the league. It was Prisha, I think, and I was just sitting there confused that what do you mean? What do you mean? It's a lot more expensive than I would usually have, and then it's still budget for someone. So I don't know. Interesting. So yeah, I guess I ended up devolving into rambling again towards the end. Can't help myself, I suppose. But yeah, that was I think the last round for my 420 chaos kind of gladiator. And yeah, might be like I said, one more relic snapshot or another look at where I'm at with the relic, and then you might just log in here and there for a few maps. I feel like it has kinda ran its course for me. But yeah, it was fun. All right, I'll stop now. Thank you. Bye bye.